Hey, what's up, everybody? Gonna do a classic rock reaction, man. This is a complimentary quad, and it is featuring the music of LittleFeat, one of those great bands that I've always wanted to get to know a little bit more about, and always looking for the opportunity to check them out, man. So we are gonna be checking out, I believe it's live stuff. And starting with Join the Band, followed by Fat Man in the Bathtub, All That You Dream, and finally, Oh, Atlanta. And before I pop this off, man, I just want to give a shout out and a thanks very much to Jeff. Jeff, thank you, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate you sending me this recommendation. Jeff also has a note here. He said, "Hi, Wayne. The next few quads for me will be LittleFeat and will come from the live double album Waiting for Columbus, rated top in the top 50 of all live albums by Rolling Stone. This double album captures LittleFeat and Lowell George at their best. You'll hear soulful vocals, great lyrics, outstanding musicianship, rockin' percussions, and the Tower of Power horn section." Right on. Because it's live, you'll hear imperfections that give you the feel of being in the same room with them as they perform. Right on. I like that. I like the raw. I like the gritty. So, okay, Jeff, so if your next bunch of quads is going to be this album, let's just do this. We'll listen to it back to back in album format instead of breaking up the songs in the middle. And then I'll just do a review for the album itself and just do that. So let's do that, man. Starting with Join the Band. Let's get it. Be a good rascal. That's a really good way to get the crowd going, man.
We have some great music for you tonight. Please join me in welcoming. Let's hear it. F E A T.
That is a lively crowd.
Monday, yeah, she come back. Let's do
Could you imagine them and the Grateful Dead on the same bill, same music festival? Oh man. Throw in the Allman Brothers. What a jam. Excellent live sound. Quite a jam going on. Wow, that was an excellent jam. These guys have such an excellent live sound, live jam sound. Who's seen these guys live? Has anyone ever seen LittleFeat live?
I wish I was I'm sitting there thinking about a girl back home. If I could only, if I could. Atlanta, whoa, Atlanta. I said yeah, Atlanta, I got to get back to you.
And a very live, appreciative crowd. Nice. All right, man. That is LittleFeat. Man, I tell you, one of those bands that you absolutely must see live, hear live. That's their arena, man. Great vocals, great harmony, great musicianship, nice, crisp and clear. You can understand what they're singing, what they're harmonizing, what they're singing about, you know, and then the jam comes in. Their heels are dipped in the southern rock sound. They've got a little blues going on. They've got a little bit of a jam, extended jam thing going on, you know, shades of the Grateful Dead. Yo, man, these guys are really, really talented. And they got that essence of fun, as like they're having a good time doing what they're doing. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to some more LittleFeat stuff, but yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to checking out this album here and going through it. If your intention is just to go through the whole album, yo, that would be really, really cool, man. Excellent sound. So well, let's do this. Let's take a look at this album, get some background about it, see how it's done on the charts, and legacy information and all of that good stuff, man. First, clear my throat. Still a little under the weather, man. Been battling a little stuffiness, and no, I've been tested, so I'm all good there. It's just a regular old cold, and it just got into my chest, and it's affected my voice and everything. So I decided to take the weekend off and just rested and just suck back a lot of lemon and ginger, man. And it seems to be on its last legs. So forgive me if I still sound a little bit, my voice is a little deeper than what it usually is. All right, so Waiting for Columbus. Yeah, Jeff, you picked a big album here, brother. Waiting for Columbus. Waiting for Columbus is the first live album by LittleFeat, recorded during 7 performances in '77. The first 4 shows were held at the Rainbow Theatre in London, August 1st to 4th in '77. The final 3 shows were recorded the following week at George Washington University's Lisner Auditorium in Washington, D.C. That was on August the 8th to the 10th. Local Washington radio personality Don Sherfy Caldwell can be heard leading the audience in a feet spell-out in between the first Join the Band and second Fat Man in the Bathtub tracks. That was cool. The crowd definitely responsive. The band were backed by the Tower of Power horn section, with whom they had recorded their 1974 albums Feet Don't Fail Me Now. The result was one of their biggest selling albums. Many of their more well-known songs were either reworked or extended. For excuse me. For instance, one of their signature songs, Dixie Chicken, was heavily extended to include a lengthy piano solo by keyboardist Bill Payne, a Dixieland horn arrangement, and finally a dual guitar jam between the band's two guitarists, Lowell George and Paul Barrere. Paul Barrere. Yeah, Paul Barrere's tribute reaction is one of the best reactions where it comes to views and comments. Paul Barrere. In some cases, songs such as Rocket in My Pocket and Mercenary Territory were reworked to include the horn section, and LittleFeat additionally covered such tunes as Fraternity of Man's Don't Bogart That Joint and Alan Toussaint's On Your Way Down. Former Rolling Stones guitarist Mick Taylor makes a guest appearance playing slide guitar on Apolitical Blues. Yeah, the great Mick Taylor. The band recorded and mixed enough material from these performances for a triple LP, but for marketing reasons kept it to a double album. 3 of the unused tracks were included on their 1981 album, Hoi Hoi. All were eventually released on the 2002 Deluxe Edition CD. It was voted number 804 in the 3rd edition of Colin Larkin's all-time top 1,000 albums. This was in 2002. The cover art by Neon Park depicts items from the Americas unknown to Europeans before Columbus, an anthropomorphic tomato on a hammock in front of a backdrop of American native foliage and cactus. That's a famous album cover, man. Alright, I knew of the album cover even before I knew of LittleFeat. I recognized the album cover before I even recognized the name of the band or anything like that, because I'd seen the image somewhere. I knew it was an album cover for something. Yeah, that's how famous this album cover is. Alright, so here is a review. Critic review by AllMusic's Stephen Thomas Erlewine. He's got a lot to say, boy. Stephen says, LittleFeat was one of the legendary live bands of the 70s, showered with praise by not only their small, fiercely dedicated cult of fans, but such fellow musicians as Bonnie Raitt, Robert Palmer, and Jimmy Page. Given all that acclaim, it only made sense for the group to cut a live album. Unfortunately, they waited until '77, when the group had entered its decline. But as the double album Waiting for Columbus proves, LittleFeat, in its decline, was still pretty damn great. Certainly, the group is far more inspired on stage than they were in the studio after '75. Just compare All That You Dream, Oh Atlanta, Old Folks Boogie, Time Loves a Hero, and Mercenary Territory. Here to the cuts on the last record album, and Time Loves a Hero. The versions on Waiting are full-bodied and fully realized, putting the studio cuts to shame. Early classics like Fat Man in the Bathtub and Tripe Face Boogie aren't as revelatory, but it's still a pleasure to hear a great band run through their best songs, stretching them out and finding new quirks within them. Yeah, this dude gets it, man. Stretching that shit out, man. Making a really, really great jam out of it. That's what I did. If there are any flaws with Waiting for Columbus, it's that the feet do a little bit too much stretching, veering towards excessive jamming on occasion, and that mildly fuzzing focus is really the only way you'd be able to tell that this is a great live band recorded slightly after their prime. Even so, there's much to savor on Waiting for Columbus, one of the great live albums of its era, thanks to rich performances that proved LittleFeat were one of the great live bands of their time. Alright, excellent review. by Stephen Thomas Erlewine. All Music. I've come to really like All Music, man. Really respect their reviews. Yo, hey, damn. A good start, man. You know, let me tell you, these first 4 songs, really, really good. Gives you a good idea of their sound, and you know, unless you've told me, I would never have suspected that they're in their declining years or whatever the case may be. But I totally agree with him, man. Their live stuff, the way they perform, how they sound, it's definitely putting anything from the studio to shame. Absolutely. I don't even need to hear the studio cuts. I know this already. Their live sound is the shit, let me tell you. I'm really digging it so far. So, yo, I'm looking forward to getting into this a little bit more for sure. Really, really excellent choice, Jeff. So, man, I'm just going to scroll down here real quick and just see what I got coming up before I bounce. Fingers crossed with me. My How the West Was Won Led Zeppelin, it's part 2 increment. Hopefully it's going to make it onto YouTube. So far I haven't been lucky at all. How the West Was Won, the BBC session, since I started my live stuff, I have not been lucky at all with YouTube, but I'm still crossing fingers, man. So I got the Led Zeppelin stuff going up. Playing catch up, of course. I was already behind, but now I'm more behind, being that I got sick with this damn cold, and I had to take a few days off. So playing some serious catching up, man. But I got reactions for Ron, Quincy, Amy, Jack coming up all this week, man. And then, of course, I'm going to hit up more Led Zeppelin down the road. And down the road, definitely we'll hit up another installment of this great Waiting for Columbus live studio live cut. So fantastic choices, Jeff. Thanks again, man. Anyways, everyone, hope you enjoyed this, man. This was excellent, and I really look forward to getting to know LittleFeat a little bit more. All of their sounds. Eventually, we'll dissect every single thing that they've done, pretty much. That's the goal. Anyways, you guys have yourselves a good one. Take care, and I'll catch you in another quad. Peace.